My brothers, let's talk about our mothers. Gentlemen, I'm wondering, do you care what your mother thinks about you? Do you care what her opinions of you and of how you want to live your life are? Do you worry about that? Are you concerned about that? Do you hold your mother on such a pedestal that there's no room for any other woman in your life to receive that kind of admiration and attention from you? Or are you so wounded by how your mother showed up, the lack of how she showed up in your life, that you're looking at every other woman that may come into your life as the potential to bring that kind of negative impact to you? These questions are some of the most important questions that we as men in the world who want to be truly ourselves and stand on this earth with conviction and integrity. These are some of the most important questions that we can ask ourselves. Because, my friends, the relationship that we had with our mothers when we were boys has to change. It has to transform. In a lot of ways, modern men are still boys. We're still seeking the approval and comfort of our mother and how our mother used to hold us and stroke our hair and tell us everything was going to be okay and that the pain would go away. And that's beautiful, but it has to change as we become adults in this world, our own men. We have to leave our mothers, in a sense, behind and put that relationship in its proper place for us to really be the men that we want to be in this world, and to be able to have deeper connections and more intimate connections with other women in our life. So if we are still seeking the approval of our mothers, if we're still concerned with the opinions of our mothers, if we are still living to the expectations of our mothers, this is a huge problem. And similarly, if we're taking how our mothers may have hurt us and we're projecting that onto other women in our lives or women in general, that is also something that has to change. Our mothers are our mothers. They are not every other woman that comes into our lives. In terms of being boys, our ancestors went through rituals where they would take the boys away from their mothers and put them through sometimes very heinous trials to force them into pain and force them into discomfort. But in so doing, the boy learned how to deal with the discomforts of life and the challenges of life. And sometimes these were life or death type of challenges. But once that boy emerged from those rites of passage, they're transformed into men because they know what they're capable of. And because they know what they're capable of, they know what they can provide. And because they know what they can provide, they know what their value is to the rest of their tribe. And this is something that we didn't get. This is something that's fallen out of favor. It's fallen out of fashion. A lot of people would see some of the things that our ancestors went through and they would see it as barbaric, what some of the boys had to endure. But yet here we are in modern society and men are killing themselves at alarming rates. Men are lost. And they don't have a strong sense of direction, a strong sense of who they are, who they want to be, where they want to go, what they want to do, what they want to create in this world, what they want to put into this world, how they want to show up into this world. And they're still boys. They're still boys looking for the comfort of mother because they never had this trial by fire. They never had this rite of passage. And I want to bring it up because it's an extremely important thing for us to think about and start to understand that we have to redefine our relationships with our mothers. Yes, she gave us life. Yes, she gave us nurture and love and all these different things that we needed. Hopefully, we got those things. But that relationship must transform and it must be put into its proper place. She's just our mother, and we'll love her and we'll protect her and we'll provide. But her opinion and expectations are hers. They have nothing to do with us. And we may even have to set a boundary around that. Mom, I love you, but I'm my own man now. And this is how I'm going to live my life. This is what I'm choosing to do. I love you. And thank you for everything you've given me. But this is what I'm choosing for myself. Something very, very important to consider. And if your mother showed up in negative ways, I'm sorry, brothers. I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm sure it wasn't easy. But that experience does not define every other woman that you're going to meet in your life. And if you think that you're going to find other women like that, and that's your focus, that's probably what you're going to find. That's probably the only thing you're going to see. So please take caution in that. Women are women, but there are 4 billion women on this planet, and they're all so very different and so very unique. And the chances of them being exactly like your mother is very slim. However, if we don't put mom in that perfect place where she needs to be, where we are completely differentiated away from her, we become our own men, we may tend to seek women who are very much like our mothers. And that also might not be such a good thing. Our mothers are our mothers. They aren't perfect. They don't belong on a pedestal. No woman does. No woman wants to be on a pedestal if she's conscious, if she's healthy. So take that into consideration. I promise you, it's one of the most important things that you can consider on your journey toward your potential as a man standing on this planet, choosing how he stands. You guys have a great day.